What are the modifiers or advanced modifiers or that we used in the last class?
$ampersand.
We have seen dollar symbol.
Colon.
Ampersand.
Colon.
Ampersand colon.
We have seen dollar symbol. Why is the dollar symbol? And what is the use of ampersand? Sorry. What is the use of ampersand symbol?
Embedded spaces.
It can read single space.
It can read single space data, or it stops reading when the specified number of character limit is over or more than one space is encountered.
Yes. If you have two consecutive spaces, it will get stopped. So generally, when the data contains embedded spaces, but if the data is non-aligned manner, but that values and the next values are separating at least two consecutive spaces, we use ampersand method. And then when we use a colon symbol?
When there is no embedded space in the data.
Very good. When there is no embedded space and if the values are irregular, like if you have any different lengths, in that scenario we use colon symbol.
Colon.
So these are the things we have seen in the last class. Now, this is my data. Name is A and the blood group is B positive. Name is B, it is A negative. Name is C, which is B negative. Name D, it is A positive. This is my data. I want to create a data set. Now I'm writing data set name DS1. Input, I want to have name, character variable dollar symbol. Then I want to have a blood group. That is also character variable, dollar symbol, semicolon. Then I'm writing data list. Now finally, keep a semicolon. Now write the run statement. If I select the program, execute the program, we are going to have DS1 data set that will have two variables and 4 observations. This is how we are going to. Yes, we'll get the data, not a problem at all. But my question is, what is the length of name variable and what is the length of blood group variable? By default, when we execute this program, that when you write the input statement, the default length of any variable is
8 characters.
8 characters. So the blood group variable length is also 8 characters. Can you see this one? But in the reality, how many characters I'm getting for the name variable? How we have the data? Only one. So when you require only one, but the default length is 8, unnecessarily how many bytes of memory I'm losing here? I'm losing 7 bytes of memory for one observation for one variable. In the same way, how much length I require for for blood group? 2. But what is the length of the blood group? 8. How many bytes of memory I am losing here? 6. So for this, I'm losing 7 bytes. For this, I'm losing 6 bytes. If you 7 plus 6 is equal to 13 bytes, then for each observation, I'm losing 13 bytes of data. I want to save the memory. So tell me, how much length we require for the name variable?
1.
How much length we require? Only 1. So how to decrease the length of name variable, from 8 to 1, in the input statement of the name variable, since it's a character variable dollar symbol, you need to write 1 dot. So that means now the length of the name variable is 1. So I decreased it from 8 to 1. Now tell me how much I should keep for the blood group now?
2.
2. Now I'm writing that 2 dot. I'm writing 2 dot. Okay. So that means I want to give length for the name variable 1, for the blood group 2. But the problem with this program is, what is going to happen? Now it will start here. How much length I had given for the name variable in the input statement? 1.
1.
So it will start here. So the first column will go to name variable. Okay, that is fine. And immediately of the name variable, what is the second variable that we have?
Blood group.
Blood group. How much of length that I have given for the blood group?
2.
Now it will check for 2 length from here. It is going to check the length for it will check the length for blood group from here. I had given 2 columns. I had given 2 columns. So from here it will check, say for example, 2 columns. 1, 2. But do we have the data there?
No.
Data somewhere we have here. But since I specified the name $1, blood group $2, so the first column should give it for name, and immediately the next 2 columns should give it for the blood group. But we do not have a data here. We have data somewhere here. That's why if I execute this program, I will get the data in the name variable, but I will not get the data in blood group. Understand the reason? I try to save some space. For that reason, instead of 8, I had given $1 dot. And for the blood group, I require maximum $2 dot. So what SAS is going to do? The first column will give to name, because we have name $1. And then immediately the next 2 columns should go to blood group. But we do not have a data here. We have a data somewhere here. So that's why I'm not getting the data into blood group. Then what we should do? I should tell the SAS system now, please read the first column to name, and after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Skip 11 columns, and after that, read the next 2 columns for the blood group. And the first column name kelli next 11 columns skip chesi 11 columns అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలండి? It should read the next 2 columns to blood group. Now I should tell the SAS system, after reading the name, please skip 11 columns. Now to skip 11 n number of columns, now we are going to use a modifier called plus symbol. So name $1 dot, that means read the first column to name, and after that I should tell skip 11 columns. Now I am writing plus 11. Then after that I am writing the blood group $2 dot. So that means what is going to happen? The next 2 columns will go to blood group. So first column will go to name, and then it will skip 11 columns, and then the next 2 columns will go to blood group. That means how we can define now the plus symbol? It will tell how many columns we should keep. So it skips n number of columns. Understand? Now see, I'm selecting the program. I'm executing the program. Yes, we have a DS1 data set. Now can you see we have the data properly? And if you open the name variable, now can you see the length of the name variable? 1. And if I open that blood group variable, can you see the length of the blood group? 2. So I could able to save 13 bytes of the data, and now I could able to read the data successfully. So to read this data successfully, now what is the symbol that we are using? Plus symbol. In JSON, how we can define? It skips n number of columns. It skips n number of columns. మీరు ఎన్ని columns skip చేయాలో plus that number you should write. Understand this one? Is this clear? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this is my data. If this is my data, previously, yes.
Sir, can we directly place the cursor in front of B positive and check the column number and give it in the modifier, sir?
So you want to write the column input method?
No, sir. Instead of counting it, can we directly place the cursor in front of B positive and give the number in the modifier?
No. Here we have 13. If I specify 13, what will do? No. If I keep my cursor here, can you see what the column number I'm getting? Write it down.
13.
13. So if I specify plus 13, after reading the first column, what it will do? It will skip 13 columns. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It is going to skip 13 columns. But I do not want to skip 13. I want to skip only 11 columns. After skipping the 11 columns, again I want to start reading for that group. So you should specify only 11.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Now, this is my data. Previously, what are the methods that we use to read this data?
Column input method.
Column input.
And we have used another method.
Simple listing.
Second method, no, ampersand కాదండి. Ampersand when we have non-aligned data ఉన్నప్పుడే వాడతాం. But here the data is aligned method of simple. Very good. Second method of simple list method. I am going to write the second method of simple list method one more time. We'll say again. Data, I want to have weight club. Then I'm writing the input statement. Yes, I want to have ID number. Then I want to have a name $symbol. Then I want to have a team $symbol. Then I want to have a start weight. And then I want to have an end weight. Now I am writing the data lines. And finally, I'm keeping a semicolon. If you want, right? If I execute this program, you know that you will not get the data properly. Because we have a name embedded spaces. I want to use second method of simplest method. I told you, if you, in the second method of simplest method, you need to consider one line as in a one bread, and you need to give number of slices into one variable. Tell me how many slices I should give for the ID number. Remember? 4. Even though it requires 4. No. Even though it requires 5. You should not do 4. 5. ఎందుకంటే నేను 4 ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి, నెక్స్ట్ వేవ్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాను, ఇమీడియట్లీ ఇట్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద ఫోర్త్ కాలం. So what should I do? 5. I should always give 5. So actually, even though the longest name we have 15, but what we should do is should give up to the next variable is getting started. So that means tell me how many columns I should give? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. How many columns you should give? 19 columns. 9. So now writing name $symbol 19 columns. Now tell me how many columns I should give for the team?
7.
Very good. So even though L is a line 6 only, you should give 7. But how many I should give for the start weight?
4.
4. How many I should give for the end weight?
3.
Yes.
3.
Yes, ask me.
When the data is aligned with this column input method,
It's up to you. You can use either column input method or second method simple method. We have 2 chances. It's up to you. You can use any method.
For the second method also, the data has to be aligned.
Yes. But what is the difference between column input method and this method? In the column input method, you can write the variable names in any order. But in this method, you cannot write variables in any order. You should always write the variable names in the order of data. That is the characteristic of list input method. Understand this one? Now, I'm selecting this program, executing this program. Now, we are going to have a data set. Now, can you see? We have the data. But the problem with this method is actually how many columns I should require for ID number?
4.
4. How much I'm giving?
5.
Unnecessarily, I'm losing one extra byte. You know how much name required? Only 15. But how much I'm giving here?
19.
19. Unnecessarily, I'm losing 4 bytes of memory. Again, team, I require only 6, but unnecessarily, I'm getting 7. Now, do you have any? So, since you know the plus symbol now, see what I'm going to do? I am going to write the same program in a different way. Since Actually, we require only 4 columns for ID number. Now I'm going to specify only 4. But if you need only 4, what name is going to do? It is going to start immediately after the 4. So I should tell, don't start immediately. Skip 1 column. So if you want to skip 1 column, what is the modifier right now? Plus 1. Now tell me how much I require for the name.
Plus
First of all, name length.
15 plus 1.
4 plus 4.
I'm going to specify plus 4.
4.
Because after the 15, how many spaces we have? 1, 2, 3.
3, 4.
Then tell me how much I can give for the team now?
6 plus 1.
1.
So how much I can give now? Plus 1. Tell me.
3 plus 1. 3 plus 1.
No? Now you should keep plus 1. And if it is the last one, 3 would be. I want to have 8 club 1. I'm selecting the program, I'm executing the program. Yes, we are going to have 8 club 1. So can you see? Yes, we have the data. Now I could be able to reduce the length ID number from 5 to 4, name 19 to 15, 7 to 6, and start weight 4 to 3. Understand this, sir? We are getting background noise from your side. Amichandra. I'm audible to you. So this is how So if anybody else doesn't have the question, so please keep your mic on mute. And this is how we are going to use plus symbol. Everybody clear with the plus symbol?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, this is my data. I want to create a data set. Do you want to suggest anything? Did you come across anywhere this data?
Yes, sir. BLM, BSD.
Data. I create a DS2 data. I'm writing input statement. I want to have ID, name character symbol, then sex character variable dollar symbol. I want to have age and salary semicolon. Then I'm writing the data next. Will you get the data?
No.
No.
Sir.
So SAS is by default space is a delimiter, but here we have comma as a delimiter. If you want to treat comma as a delimiter, what we should do?
In-file statement. DSD. We use in-file statement with the
You
DSD.
mention in-file statement. Since we have in-stream data, write the data lines. Then what we should do? What we should write?
DSD.
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 Can't I write the DLM?
No, sir.
We can write.
No.
DLM cannot read the double quotation.
The characters only read the comma.
DLM don't
Now
read.
I'm using DSD. Now I'm selecting the program, executing the program. Yes, we have a DS2 and we got the data. 5 variables and 4 observations. So this time, from somebody's mic, I'm getting background noise. Can you keep your mic available? Yes, thank you. No. Now tell me, if you want to write the DLM, how we can write the DLM? DLM is equal to, what should I write within the quotations?
The quotation
But if I write like this one, what will happen?
Only comma.
The commas, sir. Double quotation is not removed.
First of all, tell me, am I going to get the data or not?
No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
quotation.
I will get the data,
But,
names
double
values are going to have a quotations as it is. Because the DLM cannot remove those quotations. You will get the data, but in the name, we are going to have quotations as it is. So that's why we should use DSD. Now I'm using DSD. You know that this reason. So that's why you are using DSD. Now, I want to have these quotations as it is in the data. Tell me what should I do? నాకు quotations as it is గా కావాలండి డేటాలో.
DLM, sir.
But I want to use only TS. I do not want to use DLM. I want to use only DSD. Okay. So, if you want to get the quotations as it is in the data, what we are going to do now? For which variable we have these quotations?
Name variable.
So, since the name is a character variable, what is the symbol I'm writing here? Dollar symbol. Now, before the dollar symbol, you have to mention the title symbol. Some people call it a title, and you can also get the title symbol. Now, what this title symbol can do? Title symbol treats single or double quotations or special characters as part of the data. అంటే సింగిల్ కొటేషన్స్ ని డబుల్ కొటేషన్స్ ని దాంతో పాటు ఈ మధ్యలో ఏమైనా కనుక స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఉంటే వాటిని కూడా ఎలా ట్రీట్ చేస్తుందండి? ఇట్ విల్ ట్రీట్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఎ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద డేటా. సో if you want to treat single or double quotations or special characters as part of the data, what is the special modifier that we use now? We use a modifier called title symbol. Now see, I am writing a title symbol now. I am executing this program. Now we will have a DS2 data set. Open the DS2. Now can you see? Yes, I am getting the data, and in the name I am getting quotations as it is. So generally, when you write a DSD option, those quotations should be get removed. But since we have a title symbol is going to treat these single double quotations or special characters as part of the data. That's why it is going to keep it as it is. And you should remember one thing. If you want to use a title symbol in the input statement, you should already have DSD option in the in-file statement. Then only we can use it. What is the point why we should have these quotations in the data? Who requires? Say, for example, I will show you a scenario. Now, this is my data. Okay, I want to create a data set. I want to have name. Joseph should be in the name. Score 1, score 2, score 3. This I want to have into, team, and this one I want to have in division. So red dresses Washington should be in one variable value. In the same way, blue bunnies Richmond also should be one value. Green gazelles and Atlanta should be one value. Then how to write the program? Now I am writing data. I want to have a data set name called DS. In the in file, what is the delimiter that we have? Comma. So that's why in the in file statement, after the data lines, I'm writing the DSD option. Now I'm writing the input. In input, I'm writing the name variable dollar symbol. Then I'm going to write the score 1. Then I'm going to write the score 2. And then I'm going to write the score 3. And then I want to have a team variable. It is a character variable. So I want to have it as a dollar symbol. And then I want to have, say, for example, division. This is also I want to have it as a character variable. Then I'm writing the data lines. And finally, if you want to keep a semicolon, write the run statement. Now, since I am writing the DSD, what DSD will do? DSD will treat comma as a delimiter, isn't it? That is fine. But DSD can also remove the quotations. If this quotation is removed, then what is going to happen? This comma will be get exposed. Then DSD will remove this comma. If this comma has been removed, then what will happen? Red dresses is going to become one value, and Washington is going to become another value. But I want to have this entire thing as one value. So that means I want to keep these double quotations and the comma intact with that red dresses Washington. I want to keep it as it is. So that means I need to stop the action of removal of quotations and treating comma in between as a delimiter. But DSD, by default, it can treat this as it is going to remove this one, no? If you want to remove that one, now what should I do? By the way, in which variable we have this condition now? Which variable values we have this condition? Team. So that's why before the dollar symbol, you know what? Before the dollar symbol, you have to specify the title symbol. And by the way, by default, what is the length of the team variable? 8. But if you want to read Red Races Washington or Blue Bunnies Richmond completely, then I can give length maybe around 25 or 30 or something. Now I'm going to specify that 25. Now see, if I select the program and execute the program, yes, by the way, before that I'm going to delete the previous data set. If I execute the program, yes, we have a DS data set. If I open this one, now can you see? We have name, and then we have a score 1, score 2, score 3, and yes, we have a team, and we have a division. Can you see how we have the team values? Red Races Washington complete into one variable, Blue Bunnies Richmond into one variable, and Green Gazelles Atlanta is also entire thing into one. Now, how we can explain the title symbol? Title symbol ఎలా explain చేస్తామండి ఇప్పుడు? It treats single or double quotations, double quotes, and special characters as part of the data. As part of the data. For that reason, we are going to use the title. But what is the condition if you want to use a title symbol? If you want to use a title symbol, you should already have DSD option in the infile statement. Clear, everybody? Is this clear? Can I go to the next one? Yes.
Sir, if we use a DLM option over here without title symbol, are we going to get the same data set?
No, you won't get it. You won't get the data. The data will not come. This is how we are going to get it. Can you see? I'm not getting the data properly. How many observations I should get?
Sir, I'm asking about DLM symbol without the title one. DLM option.
The DLM is equal to what you want to write? Comma like this one, right? Now see, if I execute this program, this is how I'm going to get it. Yes, we will get it.
Okay.
Clear?
Sir, but the DLM
Yes, sir.
option want to remove the comma in the Red Races Washington also.
So, but since we have everything intact here, it won't read that then. Clear this one? Now, this is my data. I want to create a data set from this data. Now, do you have any complications in this data? No complications at all, because all the names are one-word names. We have a space delimiter. We do not require any modifiers. We do not have any special methods. Simply input. I want to have ID number, name character variable $symbol, theme character variable $symbol. Then I want to have a start rate. Then I want to have an end rate. Then finally I'm writing the data lines. If you want, you can keep a semicolon. Now write the run statement. Now, if I execute this program, am I going to get the data or not?
No. Yeah, it will get, but
But
data is
what is the problem? But
You will get the data set.
red
Get the
data
data set.
is into sorry.
why?
No, sir.
Sampath,
Yes, sir.
1023 will go to
ID number.
Name. ID.
They will
Text
go
will
to
go to
name.
Name.
red
Team.
will go to
Team.
189 will go to
Start rate.
Start right.
Yes, sir. It will.
165 will go to.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Understand? Now you are going to get the data properly, not a problem at all. So this is how you'll get it. Now this is my data. I want to create data set. I'm writing data, weight club 1, input, ID, name character variable dollar symbol, team character variable dollar symbol, start weight, and end weight. Now tell me, if I execute this program, am I going to get the data or not?
Yes, sir. You'll get the data. You'll get the data.
So you know that 1023 will go to ID. Then David will go to
Name variable.
but we do not have a team value. Then what will happen?
It will go and search for the next line. If the data is there or not.
It will jump into the next line to get the data. So it will jump into the next line. Yes, here we have a red. Red will go to which variable now?
Team variable.
Team variable, very good. But here we have a start weight. We do not have a value for start weight here. Then what it will do? It will jump into the next line. So 189 will go to start weight. 165 will go to end weight. So why it is going to jump into next line?
By default flow.
By default, in the infile statement, you will have a data line followed by flow. That is a default. Even if you didn't write it also, you will have a flower option. That's why when I execute this program, yes, I'm going to have weight club 1, and yes, I'm going to get the data. Clear, everybody? Now, but unfortunately, this is my data. So tell me what is going to happen. చూడండి ఎవరిదో బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ నాయిస్ వస్తుంది, ట్రాఫిక్ సౌండ్ వస్తుంది చూడండి. Now I want to create a data set. I am writing data weight club 2. I'm writing weight club 2. Then I'm writing the input statement. Yes, I want to have ID number. Then I want to have a name, dollar symbol. Then I'm going to specify team, character variable dollar symbol. Then I want to have start weight. Then I want to have end weight semicolon. I am writing the data lines. Okay. Now finally, I'm keeping a semicolon. Now write the rest weight. If I execute this program, am I going to get the data or not?
No. Not, but not improperly.
Why not properly? Why not in the proper way?
Name variable have a space between.
Shah will go to team.
Very good. So name contains embedded space. Because of that embedded space, each name contains two words. You know the reason. 1023 will go to ID number, and after the space David will go to name, and after the space Shah will go to team. And since we do not have a start here, it will jump into the next line. Now red will go to start weight. But so start will go to red will go to start weight. But since start weight is a numerical variable, it cannot read the data. And now 189 will go to
End weight.
And 165 will be get ignored. So this is the reason. So this is what exactly happened. This is how we have. But what should I do? I want to read the data successfully. What is the specialty of this data? One observation is coming in multiple lines. That too, variable values contains embedded space. So now I want to read this data successfully. I want to use a column input method. So ID number, I'm going to specify 1-4 because ID number is starting from the first column. If you want to, you can look into the right side down here. And if I keep my cursor here, what is the column number I'm having here?
4.
Now, I am writing here for the name dollar symbol, I'm going to specify 6-20 because the longest value that we have as the magnet. If I keep my cursor here, starting column is 6. If I keep my cursor here, ending column is 20. 6-20. Understand this one? Then I want to read the team also successfully. The longest team value that we have yellow, if I keep my cursor here, starting column is 1. If I keep my cursor here, starting column is 6. Team dollar symbol 1-6. Now I wanted the start weight successfully. Now what I'm going to do, if I keep my cursor here, starting column is 1. And if I keep my cursor here, ending column 3. So start weight, I'm going to specify 1-3. In the same way, I wanted the end weight, starting column is 5, ending column is 7. Now I'm going to specify 5-7. Now, am I going to get the data? No. There is an ambiguity, confusion. Can you see? For ID number, I'm writing 1-4. Again, for team, what I'm writing? 1-6. But again, I'm writing the start weight 1-3. How SAS can understand which 1-4 should go to ID number, which 1-6 should go to team, which 1-3 should go to start weight? There is a lot of confusion. That's why if I execute this program, I am not going to get the data properly. So then what should I do? I should tell, read ID number and name from the first line, team from the second line, start weight and end weight from the third line. How can you tell that one? Now, what I'm going to do, I am going to write one input statement for each line. Since ID number and name is present in one line, now input ID number 1-4, name 6-20, semicolon. Then I'm going to the second input statement. Since only team value is present in the second line, now in the second input statement, only team $1-6, semicolon. Now I'm writing the third input statement. In the third input, since we have a start weight and end weight in one line, third input statement is going to have start weight and end weight. And this is called multiple input statement. So I am writing one input statement for each input record. Since ID number and name is presenting in one line, I'm writing for ID number and name, I'm writing one input statement. So now, after writing the three input statements, now I'm selecting the program again, executing it. Now I have weight club 3. Now can you see? Yes, we got the data successfully into weight club 2. And this is called multiple input statement. Understand this one? Input statements I'm writing? Yes.
ఇప్పుడు ఐడి నేమ్ ఒక వేరియబుల్ ఒకసారి ఇచ్చాము ఒక దాంట్లో, సెకండ్ లైన్ లో ఐడి నేమ్ టీమ్స్ ఒక దాంట్లో ఇచ్చాలా, ఒక్కొక్క దాన్ని ఒక్కొక్కలాగా డివైడ్ చేస్తే వస్తుందా సార్?
Come again, I didn't get you.
ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్ లో ఐడి నేమ్ ఒకసారి ఇచ్చాము, సెకండ్ దాంట్లో ఐడి నేమ్ టీమ్స్ ఇస్తే వస్తుందా సార్? నెక్స్ట్ 104 అలా ఇస్తే వస్తుందా సార్?
No, you won't get in this scenario.
Okay.
Because for the team I specified 1-6, no? So, but this is not 1-6 column numbers, right? That's why you won't get this. If we have a data in this uniform manner, then only we should use this method.
Okay, this method. Okay, sir. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Understand the multiple input statement? We are going to the multiple input statement. We are writing one input statement for each record. Since one observation is coming from 3 lines, for each line, we will write one input statement. Clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
సార్ కొన్ని అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ ఇంకా 3 ఉంటాయి అక్కడ, కొన్ని ఒకలా ఉంటాయి, సేమ్ లేకుండా.
We should go with the second method. Next method.
Okay.
Here I'm having the same data. I want to create a data set. Now, if you have a data like this one, what is the method that we have seen just few seconds back? We have seen multiple input statements. But if they have the data in the same way, now we can use another method also. Now I want to have, weight club 3 I'm writing in file statement. No, you do not require in file statement, by the way. Input. Yes, I want to have ID number. Then I want to have a name character variable dollar symbol. Then I want to have a team character variable dollar symbol. Then I want to have start weight. And then I want to have end weight. And finally keep a semicolon. Then I'm writing the data lines. Okay. And finally, if you want, you can keep a semicolon, write the run statement. Am I going to get the data if I execute this program? Am I going to get the data?
Improper data.
No, you won't get the data because 1, 0 to 3 will go to ID number, David will go to name, Shah will go to team, and red will go to start weight, 189 will go to end weight. So you will not get the data properly. You will not get the data properly. So then what we should, if you want to get the data, one thing, you can use a multiple input statement. But again, by the way, I wanted ID number, I'm going to specify 1-4. Again, if you want to use the name dollar symbol 6-20. And of course, you do not require anything. Simply you can write the team. So I can write 1-6. And again, start weight 1-3. And end weight, I'm going to specify 5-7. Still, you will not get the, because again, ambiguity confusion 1-4, 1-6, 1-3. So one thing is you can write the multiple input statement. But now I do not want to use that method. So now what should I tell? Each observation is coming in 3 lines. Please read the first line for ID number and name, second line for the team, third line for the start weight and end weight. Then how to tell that one? Now we are going to use a special character called hash symbol. Now by using hash symbol, I can direct the SAS to read data from a particular line. See, what I'm going to do, say for example, this is going to come as one observation. Out of these 3, this is the first line. So that means what we have in every first line, we have ID number and name. అంటే ఈ 3 lines కలిసి ఒక observation అవుతుంది అనుకోండి. These 3 lines are going to become one observation. These 3 lines are going to become one observation. So out of these 3, every time in the first line, which variable values that we have? ID number,
name.
ID number, name. So now before the ID number, I'm going to specify hash symbol and 1. So that means I'm telling the SAS system, please go to the first line and get the ID number and name. And after that, before the team, I will specify again hash symbol and I will tell 2. So that means to go to the second line and get the team value. And now before the start weight, what should I write now? I should specify again hash symbol and I should write 3. That means go to the third line and get the start weight and end weight. So now it will go to the first line, it will get ID number and name. Now it will go to the second line, it will get the team value. Now it will go to the third line and it will get start weight and end weight. And this is called hash symbol. Now how we can define hash symbol? Hash symbol jumps nth line. Em chestundandi? It jumps into ఎక్కడ జంప్ చేస్తుందండి? nth లైన్ జంప్ చేస్తుంది. అంటే ఫస్ట్ లైన్కి వెళ్తుంది, తర్వాత ఏ లైన్ జంప్ చేస్తుందండి? ఇప్పుడు ఇట్ విల్ జంప్ ఇన్ ద సెకండ్ లైన్ and after that again it will jump into third line. Now see, if I select the program and execute the program, yes, I'm going to have 80 club 3. Now can you see? We have the data. So that means when the data is coming in multiple lines, and if the data contains embedded space, we can use 2 methods. We can use either multiple input statements or we can use hash symbol. But what is the advantage program in a different way? I'm going to keep this in the comment section. Now see, this time I'm writing like this one. Now see, I'm writing first input. I'm writing, say for example, hash 2. I'm writing team dollar symbol 1-6. That means where it will go first? It will go to the second line and it will get a team value. Then I'm writing, hash 3 start weight 1-3, and then I'm writing end weight, end weight 5-7. Then what it will do, it will go to the second line and it will get the start weight and end. And then finally, I am writing #1, then I'm writing ID number, 1-4, then I'm writing name, character variable, $symbol, and 6-20. So that means what SAS is going to do, what hash symbol will do, it can shuffle into any line. First, it will go to the second line and it will get the team value. And then it will go to the third line and it will get the start weight and end weight. And finally, it will go to the first line and it will get the short ID number and the name. So that means when you are using hash symbol, you can jump previous lines or you can go to the next line also. Now see, I'm going to have team value first, then start weight and then end weight. Then we have ID number and the name. Understand this one? So you can take one line as a unit, you can jump into any direction. That is the advantage with the hash symbol. Clear, everybody?
Yes.
Very good. Now, again, I am taking the same data. Now, again, I want to create a data set called weight club 4. Now, I am writing weight club 4. Data weight club 4. I am writing input statement. Yes, I want to have ID number. I am writing 1-4. I want to have name, $symbol, 6-20. Then I want to have theme, character variable, $symbol. I'm going to specify 1-6. Then I want to have a start weight. Then I'm going to specify 1-3. And then I want to have an end weight, 5-7. And finally, I am writing the data lines. Right, the run statement. Am I going to get the data? No. Because again, we have 1-4, 1-6. Confusion. So if you want, you can use a multiple input statements, or if you want to use, you can also use a hash symbol. But I do not want to use either of them. Now I want to use a special character called /. Now how to use this /? Now I should tell, read first ID number and name. And what is the next variable that we have here? Team. For the team, jump into the next line. Jump into the next line. So to tell jump into the next line, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to specify a /. So it will read ID number and then name, then it will jump into the next line. And then it will get the team value. And of the team $symbols 1-6, again I'm going to specify one more /. Now it will jump into the next line and you will get a start weight and end weight. Understand this one? Now what is that /? Will tell us how we can define /. Always /. Always jumps into next line. ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఏం చేస్తుందండి? It is always jumps into next line. But what hash symbol can do?
It jumps nth line.
Both forward and back.
Both forward and backward, and it can jump into any line. Say for example, say if I write first #2, what it will do? First it will go to that second line. Say for example, after that, say for example, if I cut this here, if I keep it here, now tell me what is the hash symbol next to do? First second line ki veltundandi, tarvata ekkadiki veltundandi?
First line.
First line. And then from the first line, again it will jump into?
Third line.
So it can jump forward and backward, and it can also jump into nth line. Any number of line. But forward / start is not like that one. It is always jumps into
Next line.
forward only, the next line. So that's why, see, if I execute this program, yes, I'm going to have a weight club and I'm going to get the data. But here we can do one thing. Say for example, if you do not want to have a team value, I do not want to have team value at all. Now see what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove the team variable. Now if I remove the team variable, what happened here? Can you see what we have here? We have two /. So now it will read ID number and name. Then what it will do? It will jump 2 lines. And then it will get the start point and end. So ID number name read అవుతుందండి. ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ టైం జంప్ అవుతుంది, మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ టైం జంప్ అవుతుంది, 2 లైన్స్ జంప్ అవుతుంది. జంప్ అయిన తర్వాత ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ పెట్టి అండ్ పెట్టి తీసుకుంటున్నాను. అంటే ఇన్ దిస్ సినారియో యూ విల్ నాట్ గెట్ ద టీమ్ వాల్యూ అట్ ఆల్. You're going to have ID number, name, start weight and end weight only. So if you want to jump 2 lines, what we can do, we can specify 2 forward slash. Understand this one? Is this clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is how we are going to use. This is how we are going to use, advanced or modifier input statement. Understand, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts, anybody?
Sir, colon symbol ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి సార్.
Colon symbol ఏం చేయదండి, స్టార్టింగ్ నుంచి until it reaches single space or the length that we specified or end of the record. చూడండి ఏం చేస్తాను, 101 నేమ్ శ్రీని అని రాశాను, ఏజ్ 21 రాశానండి. 102 నేమ్ ఎక్స్ రాస్తున్నాను, ఓకేనా, ఏజ్ 29 రాస్తాను. 103 now I am writing, say for example Ramakrishna, it is 23. 104 Kim 28. This is my data. ఈ డేటా అంతా నేను ప్రాపర్గా రీడ్ చేయాలంటే నేను లెంత్ ఎంత ఉండాలో చెప్పగలుగుతారు ఇప్పుడు నాకు డేటాను చూసి? నేమ్ వాల్యూ కరెక్ట్ గా రీడ్ అవ్వాలంటే వాట్ ఇస్ ద లెంత్ దట్ ఐ షుడ్ హ్యావ్? వాట్ ఇస్ ద లాంగెస్ట్ నేమ్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్? హౌ మచ్ లెంత్ రిక్వైర్డ్? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So now I am specifying name $11. 11 పెడితే ఏమవుతుందో తెలుసా? ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఇట్ లుక్స్ ఫర్ 11. యూ రీడ్ ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ 11. ఇక్కడ కూడా 11 తీసుకుందాం అనుకోండి, ఏమవుతుంది? 11 తీసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుందండి? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. ఏజ్ కూడా ఎవరికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది ఇప్పుడు? ఏజ్ ఎవరికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది? మరి ఇప్పుడు ఏజ్ ఇక్కడ వాల్యూ లేనప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఇట్ విల్ జంప్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ లైన్ టు గెట్ ద ఏజ్ వాల్యూ. That's why you will not get the data properly if you write like this one. Can you see? But now what should I tell? అవసరమైతే 11 వరకు రీడ్ చేయి, కానీ ఇంతకు ముందే స్పేస్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, స్టాప్ దేర్. So now to tell that one, what we are going to do, we are going to specify colon symbol. Colon symbol ఏం చేస్తుందండి? It start reading from the starting value until it reaches single space or the length specified or end of the record. Whichever comes first, it will stop there. మరి ఇప్పుడు సినారియోలో ఏది ఫస్ట్ వస్తుంది? స్పేస్ ఫస్ట్, అక్కడ అయిపోతుంది. నాకు కనుక ఇక్కడ స్పేస్ లేదనుకోండి, 11 వచ్చే వరకు వెళ్తాను. 11 కన్నా ముందు ఇక్కడ ఏమొచ్చేస్తుంది, నాకు ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ది రికార్డ్ వచ్చేస్తుంది, అక్కడ స్టాప్ అయిపోతుంది. అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్ వన్? సో నా వర్స్ట్ కేస్ సినారియో 11 కావాలి, కానీ ఇంతకు ముందే కనుక స్పేస్ వస్తే ఆగిపో అని చెప్తున్నాను. చూడండి, ఇప్పుడు ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తే DS అని క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. కెన్ యూ సీ ఐ విల్ గెట్ ద డేటా ప్రాపర్లీ. System has got crash. Understand this one? Try to execute the program. I'll come to know that one. Okay? Clear, Sandeep?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody, any doubts?
Sir, yesterday we are absent. Can you please tell me what was discussed yesterday in the brief?
So, this is what we have discussed. We have used